One character in this play claims the lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. A group of rude mechanicals in this play are assigned roles such as a wall and moonlight when performing Pyramus and Thisbe. A queen in this play becomes infatuated with a donkey-headed character who was originally the snob actor Nick Bottom before meeting Puck. For 10 points, name this Shakespeare play that ends with Helena marrying Demetrius and Lysander marrying Hermia. And the answer is A Midsummer Night's Dream. This play pulls material from Plautus's Maniechme and John Gower's Apollonius of Tyre. The protagonists of this play were born at Epidamnum and were raised separately by Amelia and Aegeon following a storm. The centerpiece of this play's plot was Solanus's extension regarding a 1,000-mark fine or execution. Solanus, the Duke of Ephesus, was talking about a merchant from Syracuse. Name this Shakespeare comedy about the mass confusion resulting from two sets of long-lost twins. And the answer is The Comedy of Errors. In this play, a character compares that was to this Hyperion to a satyr. In a later speech, that character declares, "My thoughts be bloody or be nothing worth," after being inspired by a passing army. A soliloquy in this play begins, "Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt." In this play, a character remarks that conscience does make cowards of us all after musing, "To die, to sleep, perchance to dream." In this play, Fortinbras becomes king when the title character dies after killing Laertes and Claudius. For 10 points, name this Shakespeare tragedy about a prince of Denmark who asks, to be or not to be. And the answer is Hamlet. One character in this play commands, "Out, vile jelly," in reference to a character that says, "As flies to wanton boys are we to the gods." In this play, one character calls himself Tom O'Bedlam after being robbed of his birthright. The King of France marries a character in this play despite her being disinherited. Another character in this play tries to commit suicide, but his son Edgar saves him by leading him off an imaginary cliff. For 10 points, name the Shakespearean play about the titular king who divided his kingdom between two thankless daughters, Goneril and Regan, and cast out his youngest daughter, Cordelia. And the answer is King Lear. Before losing a fight, this character said he would be damned if he cried, "Hold, enough." His wife encouraged him to screw his courage to the sticking place in order to succeed. One of this character's soliloquies states, "Out, out, brief candle," and "Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day." He could only be vanquished once Birnam Wood came to Dunsinane, and by someone not born of woman. Name this killer of King Duncan, the title character of a Shakespeare play set in Scotland. And the answer is Macbeth. In this play, a woman trades her ring for a monkey after leaving home along with Lancelot. That woman, in this play, runs away to marry Lorenzo. Two women in this play dress up as a law clerk and Balthazar and ask their husbands for their wedding rings in exchange for their services. A Moroccan prince in this play picks a gold casket, losing his chance to marry another woman. The title character of this play almost loses a pound of flesh to a Jewish moneylender. For 10 points, name this Shakespeare play about Antonio and the wily Shylock who work in the title city full of canals. And the answer is The Merchant of Venice. In one scene, this character declares farewell to the pride, pomp, and circumstance of glorious war. In one soliloquy, this character's enemy declares, "I will wear my heart upon my sleeve, for daws to peck at, I am not what I am." This man defends himself against accusations that he is making the beast with two backs by using witchcraft to seduce Brabantio's daughter. He is later angered over the loss of a strawberry embroidered handkerchief, which he sees Cassio give to the prostitute Bianca. For 10 points, name this character who is convinced of Desdemona's infidelity by Iago, the title Moor of Venice of a Shakespearean tragedy. And the answer is Othello. One character in this play rails against calm, dishonorable, vile submission and declares, "You shall find me a grave man," as he dies. Another character in this play notes that parting is such sweet sorrow and claims that that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. This play opens with a sonnet that discusses two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona. For 10 points, name this play about a pair of star-crossed lovers, a tragedy by William Shakespeare. And the answer is Romeo and Juliet. In this play, a character's father is impersonated by a random pedant from the street, leading to a near arrest. Two men in this play disguise themselves as a music teacher and a Latin instructor in order to compete for time alone with a girl. At the end of this play, the title character starts a speech with the line, "Fie, fie, unknit that threatening unkind brow," and calls her husband, "thy lord, thy life, thy keeper." Gremio and Lucentio are suitors in this play, and its plot is spurred by Baptista requiring his eldest daughter to be married before his youngest daughter, Bianca. For 10 points, name this Shakespeare play about Petruchio's subduing of the title strong woman, Katharina. And the answer is The Taming of the Shrew. A character in this play invents a daughter of her father to counter a claim that women's love isn't as passionate as men's love. A character in this play interprets the riddle Moai to be his own name, and therefore walks around cross-gartered, smiling stupidly. Antonio interrupts a duel in this play so he can be arrested. The jester Festi sings throughout this play, which begins, "If music be the food of love, play on." A page named Cesario dresses in women's clothes and marries the Duke of Illyria, Orsino, at this play's end when Viola reunites with Sebastian. For 10 points, name this Shakespeare comedy written for the end of Christmas. And the answer is Twelfth Night.